Hello, my friends. Hi, guys. Am I live? I think I am. Hi, everybody. I'm not sure if the notice has gone out. Am I live? Am I not live? I had FB playing some tricks on me lately also. Guys, long time no seen. Okay. Sissy is there. All right. Okay. So strange. I can't see that anybody is watching, but oh no, now they're coming in. Okay, wonderful. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy behind Elfenundhelden. I'm an elite retailer for dixiebellepaints over here in Frankfurt in Germany. I am the German distribution for Dixiebelle and for woodubend, and I am the European distributor for graceondesign decoupage papers. And those are basically all the products we are working with today. When you join me, just say hi to me and send me whatever, a heart, a smiley, just anything, a thumbs up. That'll be absolutely fantastic. If you haven't done it yet, guys, please pop over to my page and to my Instagram account and leave me a follow. The Master of Disaster has already struck today. And I just done the German live. We've been working on this really, really old table. You may have seen. Hello, Gabi. Hi, Gabi. You may have seen the picture I've posted earlier, the video. This is a really worn out table, and we are playing on it with the decoupage from graceondesign, one of the new papers which just hit the European ground this week, so I had to use it on there, which is absolutely gorgeous. It is the what's its name? Oh, my brain is gone. You know, it's like doing live in German and in English, and this is always a challenge. I've got glue all over me. I've been gluing the woodubends. This is the Classic Ride. Classic Ride is the decoupage paper I'm using on here. The great benefits of the, hi Nina, good to see you. The great benefit of the decoupage papers by graceondesign. They are normal papers, they're not rice papers. They are rolled in this. In Europe, they are overseas from the US. They come in those small tubes. This is basically just due to the shipping cost. And they basically come in 3 parts. And the main image, main image comes in a big size, which is like I'll show you. Let's see, I can, without dropping the table. So there you go. Whoops. There it is already on the top. I've got to blend it in, but I'm going to leave it to rest, to dry for now. We applied that just now in the German live. If you would like to see that, just turn the sound off and you're good to go. So let's see that on it. There's a bit of a tricky setup here. I've got like 2 tables and stuff to get everything on here. And as I said, it comes in this big sheet, which is bigger than A1. And it also comes in a smaller version, the main image. Like this, which is a little bigger than A3. And you can place that nicely on a tray or something like that. And oh yeah, Happy New Year, Nina. Oh God, I've been so busy again. For me, is the year already like halfway gone, so to say. So, and it comes with this pattern. Each paper has got like a different pattern to match the whole thing. This pattern I will put on the middle part of the table. So if you have time, we're going to do that. So this is basically the 3 parts that come in, and the good thing, as they are come in a tube. They are rolled, so they won't have any creases or stuff like that. So this is absolutely perfect for working with them. So now, as we have it just the table just standing here, I've already applied here some woodubends, and this is basically what I want to do all the way around. Hallo liebe Vera, schön, dass du wieder dabei bist. So, guys, it would be great if somebody tells their friends or something like that. There's some more people come in to join the fun. Excuse me. I hope you had everybody a wonderful Christmas and a safe trip over to the new year. So those other parts are already cut off. The woodubends, the special combination. I'm just going to turn the table so we can move to the next leg. Yeah. So Rachel basically just put a nice video up basically showing, furniture painting is not all just fun and sitting like beautiful stage next to your project. It is most about carrying your stuff around, cleaning it, and lifting heavy things. And this is basically what we do as furniture painters. It's not that glamorous. You can see my trousers, you can see my hands. Look. Okay. So I've got the next leg up. I'm going to bring you a little closer. Instagram, I'll get you there. And we'll start working on the top. The woodubends, as I said, they are made out of real wood. And it's basically, it's like wooden dust they're using for it. And the special thing about it is when they are cold, you can hear that? They behave like wood. So they are, okay. All right. I hope she's okay. I've got to contact her. But thanks for letting me know. That's sweet. And when you warm them up, you can, isn't it? I mean, even those cut off pieces, aren't those cute? So I'm not throwing them. I'm keeping them. There might be some project where you can just like add them somewhere. Oops. Yeah. So never throw a piece. I always keep them. There's might be another project where you can just like add them to. But I'm using the molds. That's the others. 1722 on here and the 1675. 1722 is this one, and this is going to go around here, but as it is too big to wrap around, I had to cut those pieces off at the end. So as they are now cold, you can carve them. You could carve it off, but it's easier to warm it up and the material gets soft and you can basically cut it nicely. And this is the 1675. It's going to go down here. And when they're warm, you can move it around. You can change the shape. Let's start with this one. I had this laying on the cradle. This is the first generation. It's not as comfortable to work with like the third generation, which just came out now. But you can see you can twist it and you can, move it around and change the shape. And you can cut it. So I'm placing it on here now. Let's see that you... And then I'm just cutting with a sharp knife. Just the areas... Just this piece off here. They need about the same time to cool down, like they need to warm up. So this one is already cooling down, but it's still soft enough to cut. So got those pieces off. I'm going to keep them, as I said. You know, never throw a piece of woodubend. Put that to the side. If you have questions to it, guys, just let me know. And so, and you can sand them. I'm going to sand those edges off now. You know, those where I've been cutting it, just to smooth those out. So it's going to basically look like this mold was supposed to be like that, and there wasn't a piece cut off. So you're making your own mold, so to say. You know, when they are cold, this is coldish now. You can sand them, you can drill them, you can saw them, you can carve them. That all works. Hey, obviously, you can break them also. You know, if you have a fragile piece, just with a branch, you can break it. So this is a new mold. So to the side. Now this is getting cold. I'm going to warm that up, and then I'm going to come in with my glue. Where did I put my glue? Nobody moves. Oh, found my coffee. A sip of coffee instead. Oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. I'm using Titebond, guys. This the quick and thick is for me. I found the easiest to work with. You can use any good quality wood glue. It doesn't have to be obviously Titebond, but this is my personal preference. Everything I do, there's loads, guys. There's loads of different ways to do something. You know, it's not what I do is like you have to do it that way. I'm just trying to give you suggestions how you could do it, and if you like to try it, if it helps you, that makes me happy. So okay. I'm warming it up now with my heat gun. You can use a hairdryer. It takes a little longer. It's a lot safer. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm just basically have it on this plate here and just like warming it up. I had it laying on the griddle, so it's like a little warmish. And I have my heat gun on middle temperature. So just be careful when you work with a heat gun. I know what I'm talking about. Do as I say and not as I do. So I'm firstly going to stick some of the glue on here. There we go. So, but I'm not going to stick it on there just like that, because there might be people who say, oh, it's going to spread out anyway. It won't spread out enough. So what I always do, I make sure I have the whole back of the piece covered with my wood glue. If it's too much and it squeezes out on the sides, it's no problem. It is water-based. Just grab a baby wipe, a damp cloth or something like that, a wet brush, and just take off the excess. So this is again now, it is already cooling down again. I can feel it stiffening it up under my hands already. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to put it on the right way, because I'm very good at so let's see. I'm going to put this side down first. So I'm going to heat that up again. I'm going to bring it a little round so you can see a little better what I do here. So This is why I like the quick and thick. You know, this is a horizontal piece. I've just got it stuck on there, and it holds up pretty well. You know, it's not dry, obviously. So I'm going to warm that back up because I've got to stress that mold out. This has got to go around this edge, and I want to have it to have good contact with the surface. So I'm just making sure this is now nice and warm, so it is nice and bendy. So, and now I can basically move it around the edge. I'm going to hold it down. Sometimes you wish you, especially with a tricky area like this. I mean, this is not the usual area you would place a mold like this, but you can. As you can see, you can. Just make sure that you hold it down and you're not pushing your project off the getting good contact, especially around the edges. You can see the glue is squeezing out now, which is a good sign because that basically shows that it's getting contact. Hi, mein Hase. That it's getting contact with the surface. So there we go. So and when it's cooled down, then it's going to stay in that shape. If it's still warm, it tries to get back into its original shape. So you've got to hold it down till it's cold. So this is going to take a little moment. Just be a little patient. So excess glue, stick some more on the back there. So as I said, wood glue is water-based. Just take a damp cloth, wipe it off. So this is still not 100% down like I would like to have it, but I'm going to, this is down good enough for now. I just want to get like the whole thing on there, and then I'm going to do the detail work, so to say, to make sure that it really has good contact. So I'm moving around the side now to go to the other side and stick down the other side. So you see, it is easier to work in parts. This side is still sticking off. So probably going to need a little more glue. So I'm getting that close by as it has already dried. Yeah, it will reactivate actually when you reheat it. I'm just going to stick a little more on there. I rather have a little too much than not enough at the end. As I said, I can always take it off. So I'm going to reheat it. Do that from this side now to not completely dry the glue. I just want to get it nice and bendy, especially around this edge because this is being stressed the most now. Also, when you reheat the mold, the glue is getting reactivated also. You know, this is how you actually could take it off your project also, if you wanted to. So this is now hot. So getting it now nicely around here. It is very hot. Very, very hot. So just move it careful, not because you're going to break it, but when it's soft like this and heated up like that, it gets hot. If you accidentally break your mold, that's no problem either. You can always rejoin the broken bits. That works. Glue, use that back there. Just being squeezed out here. As I said, this is a tricky area. You would normally place it on a on a flat surface. This is basically what this piece is made for. But I thought I'm going to wrap it around this leg. And this is going to be painted afterwards. You can paint it with any paint you can think of. You could even stain it, as they are porous. You could stain them. That also works. And hi, Tanya. Good to see you, girl. How are you? I hope you're all safe, guys. I hope you're all safe. So, there we go. All righty. All righty. And just take the main excess glue off. This is now okay. So this is the main thing on here now. Then I'm going to go around and I'm checking if all areas do actually have contact with the surface. If there's any area sticking a little off, there's like a little gap, I'm just oh, hallo Amina. Amina, das ist ein Holzleim. Das ist Quick and Stick von Titebond, den ich dafür nehme. Ja. So, ich tue es jetzt noch mal ein bisschen erwärmen. Just going to heat that up again. To make it soft, and now I can push the areas back down. There's some more glue now coming out, which is a good sign. And there's more glue coming out. It's basically a sign that the mold is snuggling itself nicely onto the surface. So, and as I said before, I mean, this mold would usually go onto a flat surface and not on a bent surface like that, but you can even do that. And doesn't it look awesome? So this is going to look even better. Oh, that's great, Tanya. I'm so happy. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And to you, girl. So that's it. Okay, now we move to the bottom. There's like the smaller thing with the wings is going to go on there. It's pretty nicely on here. Quite happy with it. As I said, just wait till it's cold because as long as it's warm, it always tries to get back to its original shape. So whenever you have questions, guys, leave them in the comments and leave them in your mother tongue. I come back later to answer them if I can't do it straight away. It's sometimes easier to phrase them in your own, in your own language, if you Spanish or whatever, or German. Wie gesagt, ihr könnt eure Kommentare gerne oder eure Fragen gerne in die Kommentare schreiben. Ich gucke, dass ich das direkt beantworte. Ansonsten schaue ich auch später nochmal rein. Ne? Also das ist, nur weil es jetzt Englisch ist, ist das kein Problem. Okay, so this one is on. Let's move to the bottom. I'm going to bring you down. Oops, sorry. I'm going to bring you down that you can see the bottom of the leg. There you go. So you can reheat that. I'm going to check later if I'm not happy if there's some area coming off again or something like that. I can reheat it. You can reheat it many times. That's a problem. So this has been laying on the griddle also. It's hot. And you can twist it. You can move the shape around. So this is just fantastic. So this is going to go down there and the wings are going to go around there. So I'm going to bend the wings up like that and around the edge, you know. This is and usually, as I said, you would put it on a flat surface and bam, that's it. But they are very flexible. So I'll put the glue on there. So with the molds, or with those ornament type molds, I put the glue onto the mold itself to make sure that the whole surface is covered. When I work with trims, what we're going to do on here also, but not today. When I work with trims, I rather put the glue onto the project and then add the trim. So if you don't have a helping hand, that makes your life easier. That's how I do it. You don't have to do it that way, obviously. I mean, everybody's got his own way of doing it. So this is now cooling down again. So I'm going to reheat that. Again, I'm starting with one side. I'm not doing both sides at the same time. First going to look after one side and then I'm looking after the other side. So there we go. Now push it down and there comes the glue out. That's lovely. Yummy. Put it over there. So that was a bit juicy, but even so, sorry if my head is in the way. I've got to see a little what I'm doing. So I'm basically just holding it down now to make sure it's cooling down in this shape. I want to have good contact also. You know, you can see the glue is coming out here. I'm just going to put it there. I want to really make sure it's also contacting the edges, you know, it's not lifting off the edges. So it's supposed to look at the end like it always was there, that, you know, it wasn't stuck on there afterwards. Taking the main axis off here. There you go. So now the other side is pretty much cooled down. And twisting it around here. You can see how much you can stress a mold like this. And you're not harming any of the details, which is fabulous, I think. Isn't it? Isn't it fabulous, guys? I think I've got to use a new baby wipe. My fingers are so sticky now. So Now making sure it's cooling down in the position where I want to have it. As I said, it will stay in the position you put that into when it's cooled down. Oh, good. So this is basically just giving that plain leg some more interest. So that's on there. What do you think? And now I'm going to place some of the decoupage in the middle here. Let's see if you can get that to work so that you can see that. The other legs I'm going to do off screen. Off screen. Guys, do you have any questions? Anybody still with me? So, aside for now. Water. And I'll put my baby wipes there. So I'm going to bring you a little up now. So that you can go in there. Instagram, can you see? So this is going to be a tricky area. This piece, this table, really worn out. The only thing I've done to it is cleaning, nothing else. It's got dents, it's got scratches. I'm fine if there's still some of those left at the end, because this is basically just giving the whole piece character. Again, with decoupaging, I like to have a light color underneath, because the colors are more vibrant. Decoupage papers are slightly they're semi-opaque. You probably can't see. They are semi-opaque, and if you have like a dark color underneath, it will dull the color a little bit. They are, aren't they, Nina? So, as I said, this one is going to go in here. I'm just going to check the size. Have it the right way at the end. Okay, this is just about being the right size for the where's my scissors? So I'm just basically cutting it up. I usually like to rip it, but as this is going slightly over the edges, I'm just going to cut it. So, and that's now the last part, which I'm probably going to use on a tray or something like that. You know, you can imagine if you have like a tray or something sitting next to it or something like that. Basically have that to go with it. So This is going to go in there like that. As I said, this is a tricky area, but we will make it work. So I'm first going to put down my light color, which is white cap. I'm just going to shake that up again. Using my mini brush for it. This is just to give it like a light coat of the silk paint by Dixiebelle is it's got like a built-in stain blocker. Also perfect for this piece because this is a bleeder. This is a bleeder. How did I find out? As the only thing I've done to it is cleaning. So the silk paints are a little different to the chalk mineral paints. They are mineral paints. This is the main difference. They are UV resistant. They are grease resistant. So this is the great benefits. Self-leveling like the chalk mineral paints. And they have a built-in stain blocker. So you don't need to use Boss, for example, when you work with it. So, and again, this is not about perfection. This is just to give it a light. I'm only going to do one coat also because I don't need to have this completely covered. I just want to make sure that the colors are going to be vibrant. Cleaned with white lightning, this piece. Now one coat of the silk mineral paint in white cap. Silk mineral paints come, they also have like different whites. There's white cap, they have salt water. So, set that to the side. Clean it off later. So now I'm going to paint all over me. I'm very good at that. So do as I say, not as I do. I'm using a heat gun now. This is basically to, get going quicker. But if you just let it dry on its own, the paint dry really quick, takes about an hour, something like that, if you have like one coat. And difference from the silk paints to the chalk mineral paints also is that they should be worked with without water. So the chalk mineral paints you can mist that they don't dry that quick, and to blend them. And with the silks, it is not recommended. Because if you add water, you will compromise the benefits, like the stain blocking and stuff like that. So, for applying the decoupage, I'm using a top coat. You can use any medium of your preference, if you use like a decoupage medium or something like that, obviously that works perfect with those papers. Also, I prefer not to have too many products. I use a lot of products for different purposes. And oh, hi Jill, good to see you. Happy New Year to you too, girl. It's great that you're here. Oh, that's wonderful. I know I haven't been on a long time, so you probably have all forgotten about me. So, but I was firstly I was really exhausted, I must say. After the whole move and stuff like that, I was completely exhausted, and there was so many things to do, like all the bookworks and stuff like that, which I didn't have a chance to really do during the move. Obviously, it had to be done as it's the end of the year and stuff like that. So, apologies for that. I'm grateful when you're back. Hello. Or is it? Sorry, I don't recognize this language. Is it Israel or is it Thailand? Greek? Apologies. But I'm happy you're there. Thank you for joining us. That's wonderful. Just let us know where you're watching from, please. Yeah, Jill, I absolutely needed it. So just see. Okay, that's pretty much dry. I said before, I am. So I've got to clean that off later on. Always shake your products up nicely because they are all water-based, just to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed up nicely. I'm using the big. It's already covered in the top coat. The big smooth blending brush from Posh Chalk, and I'm pouring a little of the top coat into a separate jar, as I don't want to have any, just in case there's any of the bleed through coming through here, because it's only one coat. They're supposed to usually need like 2 coats. I don't want to contaminate my top coat. So I'm just going to get the out of the lid to not waste anything. So to the side. There we go. So again, I'm going to work in sections. And this is, as I said, this is a tricky area, obviously. So I'm first putting down my medium, which is, in my case, the top coat satin by Dixiebelle I'm using. And so you can see why I've chosen this brush, as this is a narrow area and I can move the brush nicely in here, and I can cover my arm in top coat at the same time. So as I said, I'm working, if I work with the mini brush goes in there also, but if you work with like the usual long handled brushes, you get in trouble. You always stick on the top here. So right, so let's get the paper on there. First part, working in sections. Where do I have my tool? Okay, I have my plu. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi Sonia, thank you for joining. Oh, thank you for joining. Hi to Croatia. Wonderful you're there. I have my blue application tool. It's got like a felt lining on the edge, so it's pretty gentle. So, but that's the reason I'm placing it in a plastic bag to not get the top coat or any of your medium on there. So this is prepared. Make sure I'm having the paper the right way. So you can, as long as the top coat has not dried, you can replace it. I'm going to blend that in later also. Oh, perfect. Just like this. That's where it's supposed to go. So, and now I'm taking my blue tool and I'm just basically pushing the bubbles out. We also have a new tool, which is like a bubble pen. If there's still bubbles in there or creases and you want to get rid of them, just move it. But this goes on pretty easy with this so if there are too many creases, you may lift it up and put it back down. But obviously the paint is not dry underneath. And now with the top coat coming on it, it's basically reactivated. So this is not really how you're supposed to do that, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to lift that back and I'm going to apply some more top coat at the other end. Just make sure you have enough that your paper is getting good contact. Don't soak it completely because that'll stress out the paper too much. They are strong, those papers, but obviously if you completely soak them through, it's not necessary. So, okay, to the side. That's time. So now placing gently back down at the edge. So it didn't rip, I was just scratching along the top there. It just sounded like it was ripping. And just push your tool along while you lay it down. I mostly start in the middle and then I push it out to the sides. Sides. There's too many creases. I lift it a little back up, push them out while I'm laying that back down. That's it. So this is basically fitting perfectly from here. And don't worry if you have some creases on there, guys. This is handmade, this stuff. If you have if you have like big bubbles in there, you might or you may use the bubble pen. The bubble pen, where did I put it? What's that? Bubble pen. Where is my bubble pen? There. So the bubble pen is like a pen, and it's got like a needle instead of a writing thing on there. Oh, thank you, Sissy. Thank you. It is decoupage. So yeah. Grace on Design, Classic Ride. Those are the new basically papers. So Jill, if you want to get those as a retailer, you can contact Caroline Oates. She's the distributor for the UK. So she carries those. You can contact her and you can get the papers from her. So for Europe itself, I'm the distribution. For the UK, Caroline is the distributor. So you can have them worldwide. So, but with this bubble pen, if there's like a big bubble, you just put a hole, this like a tiny hole, and then you can massage the bubble basically out. And if the sometimes the bubbles do appear after it has dried, especially when you haven't put down enough of the glue or something like that, whatever you're using to apply the decoupage, you can use oh guys, what is it called? What is it called? Michelle is usually my translator. You know what the doctors have to suck the blood out of you, or when you get vaccinated, what's it called? Syringe? Is it a syringe? I'm not sure. Somebody helps me. Ja, Antje, die habe ich auch. Syringe. Dankeschön, Antje. Okay. You can use a syringe with a needle, and you can put some of your substrate in there, and you can put it into the bubble basically and massage it in, and basically massage the excess back out. So those let me see, those decoupage papers, they also come with a piece of here it is, with a piece of the surf prep sanding paper, which is the extra fine. This is the yellow one. I've already used it, so I'm just using that. And you can also gently go over here and you massage. As I said, this comes with the papers. You can massage some of the wrinkles and stuff like that out. It works beautifully. It absolutely works beautifully. Paint is still wet. As I said, it has been reactivated basically. And I'm always moving from the inside to the out, you know, because I don't want to push the air back in. I obviously want to push it back out. And you can get it on there like almost without any wrinkles, which is absolutely brilliant. So the edges you can sand off. The edges you can sand off. Got to be a little bit more careful. I soaked it too much. Anyhow, okay. The edges you can sand off. Let me get my sanding sponge. You should usually wait till it's dry. It makes your life easier if it's dry. I'll see if it works. You take like one of those sanding blocks and your sanding paper, and then you go away from the paper, not onto the paper, you go away from it, and in a pretty steep angle just over the edge. Just commit. Press it on there hard, especially when it's soft like this. It is really easy when the paper is basically dry. And then you get a nice clean edge. So I'm going to clean it off a little bit. There's the top coat squeezing out. So, what do you think? That looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? So all the edges there, they will be, do the same thing on the other side. They will be blended in, but not now. Always away from the paper, over the edge, steep angle, and that's it. So, I mean, those bits, I usually keep everything, but those bits are just too tiny to keep. So I'm putting them away. Just clean the edge with the top coat. That's it. So, what do you think? Do you like it? I think this paper is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. So this table already looks completely different, doesn't it? So I'm going to lift you a little up so you can see a little more. Bring you around there. So, hang on. So there's the black back on. Sorry, just dropped that. So, can you see? I think that looks pretty cute, doesn't it? Paper underneath and the car on top there. Thank you, Vera. Jill, the new shop is absolutely fantastic. I am so happy here. As I said, I was completely exhausted end of last year. Especially, you know, when you work the whole time, you're not realizing, but as soon you're having a rest. Oh, the wheel came off. The wheel came off. If you're having a rest, then that's basically, oops, sorry, Instagram. Then it's basically, hi Becky. Then it's basically when you realize that you've been working just a little too much, maybe. No, I'm really enjoying it here. I've got loads of space, and still, let's see how I can close that in. So, my friends, I thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Jill. Thank you. I'm so happy you joined me tonight, my friends. It's been a long time that I have been on, so I'm very grateful that you're back joining me. I hope you have a wonderful 2022 and that things calm down a little for us all. And oh, by the way, did you see my new shirt? Yeah, my new shirt, graceondesign. So thank you, Heather. Oh, hi, Dana. A long time no see. Oh my goodness. So thank you, Sonia. That's sweet. Guys, if anybody watches replay, don't hesitate to put any questions into the comments. And absolutely, Dana. I hope you're all right, darling. I haven't seen you around a long time. So, for those who don't know me, my friends, my name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfenundhelden. I'm an elite retailer and the German distributor for woodubend over here in Germany. Also the distribution for woodubend. Did I say woodubend? Dixiebell and woodubend. I'm totally lost. And for graceondesign, those papers I've been using tonight for Europe. As I said, if you are in the UK, for my UK friends, you can contact Caroline Oates, and in the US, just contact Heather Mazzigliano. So I thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend. And I will see when I continue this table as soon as possible. I want to get that finished. I need to put some projects in here. This is obviously I'm selling some also, which is fantastic. So I'm wishing you a great weekend. You take care, and I see you soon, my friends. Tschüss, Antje. Schön, dass du dabei gewesen bist. Okay. Bye, guys. You take care. Bye-bye. And you guys, and you.